Hey, this is Taylor, here to help you out with importing your Gantt chart or timeline from your Wrike account into PowerPoint using the Office Timeline Plus add-in. And just a quick heads up, we're in the process of making everything easier to navigate and simpler for you to use, so some of the features you see here on the ribbon may have moved to the Style pane. So here's an example of a project Gantt chart or timeline here in Wrike. And special note, to properly identify your milestones both for Wrike and the Office Timeline add-in, you want to have your milestones with just a single due date like this. If I come in and I add a start date, this item will now import as a task with a 1-day duration. It will not import as a milestone. So you want to make sure that your milestones in Wrike are correctly labeled so that they import properly into PowerPoint by leaving that start date field blank. To bring your project timeline over from Wrike, just navigate up to the Office Timeline Plus ribbon tab. From the new dropdown, select Import Data, Import from Wrike. The very first time you do this, you'll need to log into your account. I've already logged in. You'll then want to search for your project. Mine's called Project Alpha. To search for the project to bring over, I'm going to bring over Project Alpha Tasks and Milestones. And the first thing you'll need to do is select which pieces of your project you actually want to bring over. So if you had a super complicated project timeline or a Gantt chart, you might not want to bring all the pieces over because they might not fit in PowerPoint. Now notice here that I have my milestones correctly labeled with just that end date, which gives you a diamond right here. With your project milestones and tasks selected, simply select Next. And here you'll be taken to a window where, again, you can see all of your tasks and milestones that you're going to bring over into PowerPoint. I'm going to click the start date to filter this from earliest to latest so I can see what I'm working with. You have the option to unselect or reselect things here on the left. I don't have a % complete currently in Wrike. I'm going to show you how to manually add that in PowerPoint in just a minute. Once you've made all of your adjustments, click Finish down below. The add-in goes to work for you and turns all of your Wrike project data into a fully customizable PowerPoint graphic. To make some adjustments to my tasks, I'm going to navigate up to the Office Timeline Plus ribbon tab and open up the Task dialog box. Now here in the dialog box, you can make a variety of adjustments to your tasks, which are covered in the other Office Timeline Plus training videos, including arranging your tasks based on the column headings by just clicking them. For now, I'm going to manually add some % complete statistics here in the % complete column. Just type them in, as I didn't have this in my Wrike project file to begin with. I'm also, for this development task, going to change its shape. Just open up the shape dropdown, and I'm going to choose the double arrow. Once you've made your adjustments, click Finish down below. The add-in goes to work, and there you can see all of those adjustments automatically added to the graphic. To fill up more of the white space on my slide, I also want to increase the thickness of my task bars. To quickly do that, I'll navigate up to the Office Timeline Plus ribbon tab, and this time open up the Style dialog box. Here in the Style dialog box, select Tasks, and there's a bunch of different options you can make here, but for now, I'm just going to come to the thickness and spacing options, and for size, I'm going to choose thick. Notice as I choose this, you get a live preview there on the right. That's the only adjustment I'm going to make at the moment. I'm going to click Finish. The add-in goes to work and automatically spaces out the task. But notice if I zoom out here for a second that the top task is now running off my slide. To quickly fix that, from the Office Timeline Plus ribbon tab, I'll navigate to the Custom Position Input field, which is covered in the other Office Timeline Plus training videos. I'll type 90 and hit Enter, which moves the graphic perfectly back onto the slide, and I'll click Fit Slide to Current Window in the lower right-hand corner to fit everything back to the screen. For the last adjustment to the graphic, I'm going to add task connectors to the launch task. To do that, from the Office Timeline Plus ribbon tab, this time I'm going to open up the task pane. And this is where you can make individual adjustments to whatever you've selected within your graphic. For now, I'm just going to open up the task connectors. And as I scroll down, for vertical connector, I'm going to choose thick, which immediately is added to the graphic. And I'm also going to open up the color dialog box and tie the task connectors to the task itself, which gives it a little bit more of a professional feel. So that's how to quickly import your Gantt chart or timeline from your Wrike account into PowerPoint using the Office Timeline Plus add-in. If you have any questions about your timeline or Gantt chart, shoot us a note at support@officetimeline.com. And don't forget to check out our other videos on how to get the most out of your Office Timeline graphics. This is Taylor, and I hope that helps make your Gantt charts and timelines awesome.